Conan, what is best in life? To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of your women. That is good.
Hello, welcome to Wahoo Warrior. This will be the second round of the Adepticon 2014 2400 point Tournament of Champions. Not so good on my last game, ended up 0-1, so going into the next game, hoping to get myself back even at 1-1. I've never been to a tournament where I wasn't 3-2, so I want to try to get back in the win column. And I get to the table, and it's another Empire player. So, looking like it's a little different list than the last one, though, but this is his deployment from left to right. He's got a steam tank, 4 demigriffs. He's got his halberds back there with a wizard, a couple detachments of archers, and then he's got a big bus of knights with all of his characters, well, all but one wizard in there. He's got Archlector General, he's got the BSB, he's got a death wizard and another wizard of some sort, and his level 4 is back in the halberds, and that's lore life. So, and he's got another steam tank and 4 demigriffs. So, you know, no cannons, just the 2 steam tanks, but what's better than 1 steam tank but 2? So this is actually an out of order picture. This is him doing his first moves, but I roll up my spells this time, and I get the Lore of Death. So with my wizard hat, and then I've got a couple of my Night Goblin spells, 4 of those like normal. And for Death, I get the Crest of Lanif and Fate of Bajuna, both sniper spells. You know, could also maybe be used on other things like the steam tanks and whatnot. So, but close range, 12 inches. So I don't play Lord Death very much. So hopefully I can do some damage with these spells. So my deployment, I got my Savage Orcs, 38 Savage Orcs there on the left. I got a Mangler Squig, my Goblin Bunker, and I've got the 2 Night Goblin Shamans in there. I've got the Wolf Chariot, and then in the center is where I've got my Night Goblins with my 2 big boss great weapon wielding characters in there. I got my BSB in there, and then I've got my general attached to the Black Orcs. They're kind of crooked on that hill there, so I had to prop them up a little bit. This was the scenario where the deployment was only 12 inches in between us, but he deployed back, and I deployed back pretty far too, except for my Mangler Squigs, got them out there, and a couple trolls. And over on the far right, I got my hoppers, and then a bolt thrower, and another wolf chariot. So I got my war machines all along the back. So really, it's just you know, see what I can do with my war machines and see if it'll be enough. Hopefully, get my Black Orcs in a little sooner, and maybe snipers general or some other characters with those death spells. So he gets turn 1, and he starts to move up. He's gonna move his knights up, and he reforms the demigriffs on the right, so they can get past that building there on the right, and they start to come up there. Steam tank on the left will move ahead. The one on the right doesn't move very far. Maybe it misfires and lost some steam points. So that's his movement. It's just kind of coming down the center. There's just another picture of the same thing. So goes to the Orc and Goblin turn. On his turn, he threw out Doom and Darkness on my Night Goblins, and I'll get to that in a minute. So I moved my Mangler Squigs out there. They roll pretty good, but not far enough. It's pretty far. I would have needed like a 17 to contact anything. But so the Mangler Squigs head out looking for targets, and then over on the right-hand side, I'm moving up a little more aggressive. I figure I'd try to take on one side of his battle line than the other. There's the Mangler Squid. It looks like he's lost a demigriff there. I think I hit it with a Doom Diver. I was actually, just kind of aiming in that area and drifted over. I think the other Doom Diver ended up hitting the knights. I rolled really bad, like 10, but it was far enough where I could correct them into something. Move my black orcs up and my night goblins. I figure he's gonna have to, if he wants to go anywhere good, he's gonna have to get through all that stuff. The chariot I can give up. Not concerned about that. I was hopeful that the Mangler would get in the way of a charge of the knights completely, but they didn't do that. And there's that Doom and Darkness spell up on my night goblins there. And on my magic phase, I had 10 dice, and I think I had moved the shaman up so I could throw some spells on his try to sniper his characters. Was unsuccessful with that. Threw a hex on those knights to slow them down and lower their initiative. But go back to the picture before that. So it's a total newbie type of mistake, and the kind that it makes me really mad at myself is that I should know better that that's remains in play. For whatever reason, I even looked at the card again, and I just didn't even think about it. I thought, oh, big deal. He's just throwing some dice out there to try to pull out some dispel dice, and I could have easily dispelled that spell on my turn, and I didn't. I was going for like some kills and some other things, and even on his turn, I went to hand him his card back. He goes, "That remains in play." I'm like, oh man. So what he does is he charges those knights at the wolf chariot, and his death wizard is in the second row of those knights, and he fires a purple sun out the side, just a small one, and he kills that troll. And it didn't even get far enough to get to the black orcs, but he kills that troll. And that forces a panic check on the night goblins, and so it'd be leadership 6 with a reroll, and they fail. And then when I flee, I roll like an 11, which makes them hit my bolt thrower and pop off the board. That sucks. I mean, that's just stupidity on my part, and plus amazing number rolling when I don't want it to be. So that's what happens there. Otherwise, his demigryphs are into that troll. And here's just a side view. Yeah, the troll. I kind of want those demigryphs in my black orcs. I can at least kill those things with my black orcs. So that's why the troll's kind of facing that way. And I'm hoping that maybe the Mangler Squid can put some damage on that steam tank, since it looks like it's going to live through the round. So, and then my Savage Orcs are looking at that steam tank, and they don't have an answer for it. I charge it, at least to keep from getting crushed by the impact hits. And then I move my goblins, so those knights are in the front arc, but there's no room for them to get in there. So the most that they could do is clip me. You notice I've whittled those knights down quite a bit with Doom Diver shots and whatnot. And then when it goes back to his turn, he takes that flank charge like I pretty much figured he would. And so now it's a mega grind there. I'm hoping that I can get those goblins into the side, and maybe the nasty skulkers can do some freak killing blows on some of these guys. And I still got my death spells, but I can't fire those into the close combat. So here's the steam tank and that demigryph. It's still a demigryph alive there. He pulled off a snake eyes to stay. It's like, what the hell? So if I would have pursued him, whatever. So I get rammed by the steam tank, take the impact hits, and that demigryph's still freaking alive. And then you're looking at this, and it's just like, well, he's got a half of his army in the battle, and he's more than a match for what I've got left. And at this point, I'm like, well, shoot, maybe I can kill some characters, and if my black orcs can work their way out of this mess, who knows? But it's not looking good there. You see them getting ground down. Did finally get rid of that demigryph, and they're grinding away on my black orcs pretty rapidly with that steam tank. And where he's at there, my general's in contact, and I can't move my general out of contact. Can't move models out of combat, so it's kind of screwing me out of some attacks. I go ahead and put those goblins into the side of there, just kind of hoping give myself a chance to do something. Nasty skulkers pop out. It's 9 killing blow shots. I don't have any hexes to put on him, to lower his initiative or anything, so I'm just going to have to try to get lucky. And, I'm kind of engaged in 2 flanks, so I can't even reform my Savage Orcs. And there's just another picture of what I got going on. And in the meantime, I've got Doom Divers and stuff firing at those other Demigryphs and trying to put rocks on that unit of infantry, and nothing's working. What he had done is scooted those Demigryphs over to the side and killed that Mangler with those infantry, took the hits on there. So this is my savages breaking and fleeing. I've got my, I must have missed a turn here. So yeah, my savages are fleeing, and I put those hoppers into that. My goblins were fleeing, and the hoppers are in there to try to hold them up a little bit, is all they're trying to do. Black Orcs are still grinding away. 2 wounds on my general with the wizard hat. I'm rolling like 3 casting dice a turn now. I can't get any dice. I'm rolling a 2 and a 1, 2 dice to 3, and he's usually channeling 1. It's just, dice are gone. Things are fleeing. It's just one of those things. Units are still alive there. He managed to, I think I got the squigs into the side there before I broke, and they held, so that was good. At least it kept them from chasing down my savages, and Steam Tank can't. So, but I don't have very many attacks on that tank. And another thing is, I've had both these tanks down to 1 wound left by the end of my turn, whether it's from war machines or chopping them or whatever. And god damn, the lore life is bullshit with these steam tanks. He's healing them up and getting 2 or 3 wounds back, and then I'll chop them, get them down to 1 wound again, and right back to the same crap. So his knights charged my war machines, and then his demigryphs are getting in these ones that are just fresh, maybe 1 wound on them. They're into the savages. I'm ranked up, but it's gonna be ugly and bloody, and that fucking steam tank is like staying alive with like 2 wounds left, and he's just healing that fucking thing. And then my Black Orcs are down to the last bits, and now he's got archers just trying to get train pieces and whatnot to try to score some bonus points. Right there, that steam tank has 8 wounds on it, and it's like, ugh, gosh. So, what are you gonna do? Nothing. And that's where he charges that Doom Diver, and he ends up he's got like just characters left, and I'm trying to caress them or shoot them with things, and you can see where my Doom Diver must have misfired because I got it pointed backwards. It's just like damn it. And this is getting towards the end of the game. So these Black Orcs do end up killing the steam tank finally, and I'm able to destroy it. And I don't have any pictures of the last turn. I'm playing pretty quickly now. He overruns on that Doom Diver and goes off the board, so I reform, and I don't really have anything to really charge. He's safe there, and I believe he breaks these savages, and they flee, and he runs them down. Because I remember we don't even total up the victory points at that point, because before I only lost the Night Goblins and the Goblins. There's not a whole lot of points in there, even with the characters. Black Orcs survived, but when the savages broke and fled, I didn't kill much of his. I killed those knights and 1 unit of demigryphs and a steam tank. So, but once the savages were dead, then that was it. So, 0-2, not good. There's the 3rd game of the day. And I'm just hoping to get a win and start maybe a 3-game win streak. But we'll have to see the next opponent. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned for what happens next. Thanks.